Just move yourselves over to the side for a minute.
This winter, one of Britain's busiest NHS trusts opened its doors.
We have to look after the patients, whether they come from Buck Palace or the Park Bench.
To show us what's really happening inside our hospitals.
We've got lots of patients now competing for an unknown number of beds.
Every week, more than 20,000 people are treated here.
The pressure's just gone.
What? Is it completely gone?
And the numbers, as well as our expectations, are rising.
We just had our worst 10 days on record. There's nowhere in the hospital to move anybody.
At some point, somebody will be telling us whether we're allowed to do any work.
This is a place with some of the best specialists in the world,
Tumour's out, job done.
where lives are transformed.
This is saving his life. It has to work.
But they are operating at a time when the NHS has never been under more pressure.
Any beds?
No.
No beds for anyone?
No.
It does feel to me like the elastic's a bit nearer to breaking now than it ever was.
Its very future under scrutiny.
All right, and I think we will go out on red because we're under real pressure in the emergency department.
We're aware of the problems. Anybody got a solution?
Following the patients from the moment they are admitted
Anything I've done up to this point means nothing compared to when you can literally give a bit of yourself to save someone else.
to the moment they leave.
It's all good news. The cancer's gone. You don't need any more treatment.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Week by week, we reveal the complex decisions the staff must make about who to care for next.
That patient is coming to me to be operated on, and if I don't do it, then there's only one inevitable outcome. They're going to die.
Say your name and then press hash.
St Mary's.
St Mary's is the largest hospital in London's Imperial College Healthcare NHS Trust, where every week hundreds of life-saving operations are performed. Today, a team of expert surgeons is preparing for one of the most challenging operations they will carry out this year. The team is led by consultant vascular surgeon Colin Bicknell.
Shall I load the scans up then?
It's taken 2 months to coordinate the diaries of the highly skilled surgical team.
Just for this one operation, the people that we need: 4 consultant vascular surgeons, 1 cardiac surgeon, 2 expert perfusionists, 3 anaesthetists, 1 general surgeon, and our expert nursing team. That's purely in that theatre.
The patient is retired software engineer Peter Lai.
I really want to have it done now.
I know, well, so do I. Although I'm frightened to death, but at the same time, I want you to have it done.
Yeah, otherwise you just suddenly have rupture and drop dead in the street.
That's right, yeah.
Mr. Lai, 60 years old, had a dissection, type B aortic dissection, 15 or 20 years ago, and he had a continued dilation of his false lumen.
It's been amazing, the bringing together of all this expertise just for Peter.
And then, it was around about 10 years ago, he got a carotid subclavian bypass and a thoracic stent from the innominate down to the diaphragm, but he's continued to dilate.
This will be his 9th operation. They're actually going to open his aneurysm up. They're going to take all the clotted blood that's accumulated there in all these years. It should really fix his aneurysm for good.
So we've got no choice, and we said we'd operate, and we've been through the risk lots and lots. You know, certain death if it ruptures, so we've got to do something.
Yeah, it's still very scary, isn't it?
Well,
but anyhow, that's good. I'm glad you're always...
you have to go through it. Hope for the best.
Yeah.
We just need the luck.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
While Peter appears well, his scans tell a different story.
This is the right lung, which is normal and healthy. This is the left lung, but it's filled up completely by this aneurysm. If it bursts, he'll lose a tremendous amount of blood in his chest quickly, and he'll die.
An aortic aneurysm is a ballooning of the main artery out of the heart. At 12 centimetres, Peter's aneurysm is so large that St Mary's is one of the few places in the UK capable of repairing it.
He's had multiple operations, and I've been involved in approximately half of them. He's lived through this condition for many years. He knows the dangers that are there. The only word for Mr. Lai in the face of this adversity is calm. He's actually a remarkable human being. I'm not sure whether I personally would have taken all of this quite so well.
I have no choice, basically. I just go along with whatever is required. I just want to get over and done with. My wife is very worried, but I don't worry. I always believe there's nothing to worry until there's something to worry.
Peter needs a bed on a ward ahead of his operation tomorrow. But currently, the hospital is experiencing very high demand for its 301 adult beds.
Empty beds-wise, so we have one bed at the moment on Grafton. A smattering of confirmed discharges, but nothing else. And we've got a number of patients needing placement. We're still awaiting a plan, yeah?
Capacity-wise, is this the worst you've ever seen the hospital?
This is really bad. I mean, I'm sure it has been worse, but this is particularly bad.
As soon as I get anything, I will give you a call. What's the latest you can wait? Well, all right, we'll see what we can do. All right, bye. Oh, my goodness.
It's the responsibility of Site Director Leslie Powells and her team to allocate beds for patients.
It's not going very well. I mean, we're sort of getting there, but for every bed we give, we've got 3 other patients waiting.
Oh, great, thank you very much.
I've got the kettle on for your cup of tea, all right?
Okay, thank you.
If that's not enough, let me know and I'll get you some more.
There's plenty, thank you.
All right. We're just trying to sort out a bed for you.
Okay.
So there might be a bit of a wait. We also need to take some more blood from you. I'll wait until you've had your breakfast.
Okay.
All right, see you later.
Thank you.
I think everybody's acutely aware that this man needs his surgery tomorrow. If this was an ordinary case, I would say the chances of him having his surgery is very slim, because his is a particularly big case that's required an awful lot of organisation to get all the various members of the operating team together. It could be that senior managers in the hospital managed to find him a bed somewhere.
As well as a bed on a ward tonight, Peter will need a bed in intensive care tomorrow because of the seriousness of his operation.
Well, it's such an invasive procedure. It's massively traumatic. It's a long operation, a big area of dissection, and then, of course, we may have to rewire all of the blood vessels in his body.
Mr. Lai.
Hello.
Hello. Can I come and steal some blood from you?
Yeah, shall we? Here?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind taking a seat.
So, what's the situation now?
We're hoping that one of our patients will be ready to go home later on today, and that would give us a bed for you.
I'm more concerned with the bed in ICU, because if that's not available, then there's no can't go ahead.
It's been requested.
Yeah. Okay.
Whether it's available or not, I don't know. All right.
Hello. How are you all?
With the hospital full, patients can't be admitted until others are sent home.
Good morning, girls. How are ye? Yes, I just want to know, is there anybody here speaks Polish? No. Well, I don't either, you see.
Proactive. Brave, I think, is sometimes the word we use. Asking the question, if someone can go home tomorrow, why can't they go home today?
Any of your team speak Polish? Polish.
She's not here at the moment.
Sister Alice Markey is one of a team of 14 that specialises in the most complex patients to discharge.
the pressure that's on the NHS, you worry about it because you think, well, you know, the walls are not elastic. There is no elastic in the walls, but the demand is high.
One of her cases is a Polish man, Tadeusz. He's been medically fit to leave St Mary's for the past week.
Anybody here speak Polish? Anybody here speaks Polish?
But getting him out of hospital has not been straightforward.
Any of you speak Polish? He's homeless. He's been working as a mechanic, but sleeping in the cars that he repairs. He got a sore on his ankle, and obviously it has escalated because he probably has neglected it a little bit. And I just want him to understand our journey, the journey for him out now. Hello. How are you? You understand little English. Little bit of English, and I will get an interpreter, because otherwise you don't know what I'm saying and I don't know what you're saying.
Why is it that you can't just discharge a homeless person? Because, I mean, you need...
You can. You literally can discharge a homeless person. But my particular gentleman has a health need because his leg looks very vulnerable. So to go back sleeping in the car at this precise moment is not ideal.
Alice has applied for help from the local council homeless centre, so Tadeusz can continue to get support. But until an appointment is available, he'll remain on the ward classed as a DTOC, or a delayed transfer of care.
So that could be a patient who's waiting to go to a nursing home, homeless, awaiting placement through a homeless persons unit. So any number of people kind of on that spectrum who are delayed, not by us as a hospital, so they're ready to go, and we're just waiting. 28 today. Last week, I think it was 35 at one point.
That's quite a decent number of people that...
It's extraordinary. That would be, in effect, me going upstairs now, clearing one of our main wards out completely and going, there you go, 28 empty beds for you to admit into. That would be today's problems solved.
Louis, from the top.
Our gentleman that fell over whilst on a business trip, doing very well from a medical perspective.
I've seen him mobilising along the corridor on his own yesterday, so this man doesn't need to be in hospital.
In one of the hospital's general wards, consultant David Shipway and his team are also trying to identify patients to discharge.
There are a number of different sort of barriers that we have to face from a sort of social perspective. For example, we've got very frail elderly people and they're falling over at home and having sort of injuries. And then we have to make the sort of decisions about whether it's reasonable to get them home or whether it's not.
So E3, Dorothy, so she's a fracture of the leg. We've made some more changes to her medication, and basically we will see how she does over the next, say, 24, 48 hours.
I'm here because I broke 2 bones in my ankle. Been here for nearly 3 weeks.
91-year-old Dorothy, or Dolly as she's known, is one of the hospital's oldest patients.
I feel good in myself. I do. I feel as though I could get up and walk, you know, the way I am. But I can't because I've got a broken ankle.
Can you take a few deep breaths for me, please? Can you take a few deep breaths for me? So through your nose and out through your mouth.
Are you happy to be here?
Yeah, I am really, because I'm getting the treatment I need. I mean, I don't know if you want to know, but for instance, I passed out this morning and they was all there to rally round, to, you know, bring me round and see to me, whereas if I'd have been at home on my own, I don't know what would have happened. I really don't.
It might not be necessarily dangerous to someone that's like me or you. However, to someone at her age, her fantastic age, it's quite dangerous for her to be on her own.
Dolly is waiting to be moved to a community hospital where she will convalesce until she's well enough to go home.
Dolly, are you in any pain right now?
No, love, I feel fine. Jess, I feel, honestly, really.
Sometimes patients stay here longer than they need to, but we haven't got necessarily this middle ground right now in between a hospital and a home. So that bed's being used.
They're so short of beds that if you're just a patient and they're just giving you tablets, you're wasting a bed. But then I have to have somewhere to go where I'm going to be safe.
What does that feel like?
It feels awful. Not supposed to be here, which I'm not, in a way, because they want my bed. So, what have I got to do? I feel guilty, because I've got nowhere else to go.
I bought you some shower gel.
Just in case.
Yeah, in case.
Well,
I don't know where you're going to end up tonight.
Peter and his wife, Diana, are still waiting to see if he'll get a bed on a ward before his operation tomorrow.
I'm quite happy sitting here rather than sitting in the bed anyway. Nice and bright here and quieter.
Yeah, it's not busy here, is it? It's just quiet. We married in 1980, so 36 years.
How did you both meet?
At college, there was volleyball at lunchtime, and he was playing, and so it was mixed teams, and he actually was the only boy who would pass the ball to women, because he is competitive, but he's fair. And he passed the ball to, and I thought, that's a nice trait, and then got talking, and then I actually asked him out, because he wasn't very forthcoming. I love him as much today as I ever did. I want to be there for him. I do my best for him. I wish I didn't cry all the time, but I do. But in every other way, I try and help him, yeah, and protect him. And yeah, I've just found it very difficult, the whole journey, because he's a very special person. So it has been difficult. You know, I just wish I was stronger, but, you know, I've tried to be strong for him. But luckily, Peter's really, really positive. And so I try my best to be, but he understands I'm not like him. So it's difficult.
We want a bed for him overnight tonight.
How's that looking?
Not too good at the moment. At the moment, the ward is full. There may be one discharge. It's a patient that's been looked after by a different team. So we're waiting to hear from that team whether this patient's fit for discharge. If that patient goes home, then we'll have a bed for Mr. Lai.
When St Mary's is full, the knock-on effects are felt across the whole hospital.
For every discharge that we've planned for, we usually automatically allocate that bed to someone else. So if that goes wrong, our system starts to back up.
So why is this bloke still here?
We are waiting for a patient to be transferred off intensive care.
A 37-year-old man is being held in theatre after an emergency operation to stop internal bleeding.
This patient had what we call a GI bleed, a gastrointestinal bleed. He's had massive blood transfusion. He's had lots of blood products that help the blood clot. What he really needs is an intensive care bed.
The operation finished over 6 hours ago, but they're still waiting to transfer him because intensive care is full.
We're trying to discharge some patients at the moment, but we're not entirely sure where they're going to go. So at the moment, it's a lot of bed reorganisation to try and figure out where we can put people and where it's safe to put people. And at the moment, we're not entirely sure how we're going to make room for the people who need to come here.
Until an intensive care bed becomes available, the patient will be kept on life support in the operating theatre, meaning that operations that were scheduled to take place in Theatre 7 cannot go ahead.
It just gets really frustrating when actually all I'm doing is better done by the intensive care unit team rather than here in a theatre. We just don't have anywhere to put our patients, and we have to do the best we can for them in the best position we can with the best care that we can deliver.
As one of London's 4 major trauma centres, St Mary's is facing increasing demand on its emergency department.
Oh yeah, trauma team to A&E resus, please. Thank you.
Sorry, guys, they're going to come in.
The latest patient to arrive in A&E is 21-year-old carpenter Harry, who has fallen 2 floors at work.
Fallen from height? From 4 metres. From 4 metres. We're not worried about it. He's got a head injury.
Well done. It's just some oxygen. It's just
Stop
a
that, please!
Harry.
You fuck that shit! Fuck off!
All right, Harry, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay.
Fucking hell, stop it!
All right, sweetheart, it's okay.
Please, Harry.
All right, Harry, you're doing really, really well. I know it's horrible.
Harry's agitated behaviour suggests he may have a brain injury.
Okay, tube, intubate, yeah.
Lovely.
He is anaesthetised and his breathing is supported so the doctors can ascertain the extent of his injury.
It looks almost certain that he'll need a bed on the intensive care unit, which is not the easiest thing, seeing as we know already that the intensive care unit is completely full to the rafters. That might be them. And yes, it is. Hiya. Have you got anything you can kick out there? Yeah, I know. I think we should probably prepare for it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Is it always like this?
We've always had times when it's been like this. The emergency service has peaks and troughs in demand like that, and the peaks and troughs are going up and up and up. There are times when I start thinking, whoa, okay, if another thing happened now, the system would break, and we'd be in really, really serious trouble.
Scans will help to determine how serious Harry's injury is and whether he needs one of the sought-after intensive care beds.
Debbie. Okay, Debbie, we'll expect to see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. Mum's on the way.
"91-year-old Dolly is waiting to find out if she can be discharged today.
Here we go. Mrs. Jackson, nice to see you again. When we saw you earlier on this morning, you were looking pretty unwell. Now, as you know, we'd hoped to get you home later, well, not home, but to Willesden Community Hospital this morning for a bit of rehabilitation and some convalescence. But I think, given that you had your collapse this morning, we should probably keep an eye on you here.
Yeah, I think I'd be better off.
So I think what we're going to do is hang on to you for at least another 24 hours, and then we'll send the referral again to the rehab hospital. But unfortunately, because they've given the bed up to another patient this morning, we might end up having to keep you in here for a few more days while we wait for it to come up again.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Very nice to see you. Bye-bye.
The problems that we face can only be solved really by social services creating spaces for people in accommodation, be that for homeless, drug users, or for people waiting rehousing, or for nursing homes. There's a big disconnect between the NHS and social services, and the NHS gets blamed quite a lot for problems in the community, which are really sort of slightly outside of our remit and outside of our control.
One of those things. Sometimes it happens. But otherwise, you look good, isn't it? Okay, then. All right, I'll see you later, then. It's good at least you are with us, no problem. We take it from there.
Thank you.
You liked the one I got yesterday of William and Harry, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
That one?
Yeah. And that good.
It's the one you want blown
to
up,
think
isn't it?
you can just take their photo just like that.
Dolly's granddaughter Nicola has come to visit, with Peter, Dolly's husband of 32 years.
Where did you guys meet?
Oh, we met in a pub. She's definitely a fighter. I mean, she's had a lot of accidents, a lot of falls. It's not the first time she broke her ankle. She went to Spain once with her friends. What did she do? Went roller skating and broke her ankle. That's Dolly. She's got quite nice legs when they're not like that.
Always had good legs. Nice legs, shame about the face.
No good her coming home because she won't cope at home. I know she won't. They did have a place for her, care home, but whether she's lost that place for good, we don't know.
You had your boot on today?
No, I ain't been out of bed because since I've had that turn, I had to stay in bed. I had to have a bedpan and all. No commode. In case I fell off the commode again.
After receiving emergency life-saving surgery in the early hours of the morning, the patient in Theatre 7 is still waiting to be transferred to intensive care.
So the promise of a bed at 2:30. So we've just called ITU. Maybe another hour and a half. So this is exactly what our problem is. So we promised a bed at 2:30 on intensive care. But unless intensive care can move the patient that's in that bed space onto the ward, we don't get anywhere. You're waiting for the dominoes to all line up and all fall at the same time. And it takes hours in the NHS for that to happen.
Hello, Anne. Hello, Alice. I've come to see my little man.
Alice's patient Tadeusz has got an appointment at a council homeless centre.
Hello. How are you? Are you all right? We're here again. I have got one of the chappies that work here to come and explain about, you know, your homelessness, so that you and I can have a chat. Yes?
Thank you.
That's okay. I just want him to know exactly what we're doing for him.
Rather than wait for the hospital's translation service, Alice asks a Polish colleague from the transport department to help.
This gentleman states he has no place to live. What I do need to know from him is that how does he live now that he is homeless? Who supports him? Does he have money? So ask him that.
Jednak kościoła, żeby coś przetłumaczyć. Mówią, że tutaj Pan mówi, że chce Panu pomóc, żeby Pan doszedł w pełni do siebie, bo już Pan chodzić może.
You look after your patients as if they're your family. And I mean, your family are not straightforward. There's some challenging people in the family as well as everywhere else. But hey, you know, you would deal with it. And I think that's how it should be.
It's difficult because he doesn't have any place to go.
Does he have any friends?
Oh, it's difficult. He doesn't have anyone.
Nobody knows you? No friend at all?
He doesn't know really what he has to do and where he has to go really, and he doesn't have any place to go now.
We try to do the best we can, but unfortunately, when patients come into hospital, they think hospital will sort it all out. You know, every bit. That's why I say I don't go around with a block of flats or a bungalow in my pocket. Wish I did, but I don't. We would have to refer him to the homeless persons unit to see if they can get him accommodation.
He said that he agreed with that.
And now that I know that he understands what we have to do for him, I'm happy that he can be discharged.
A week after he was medically fit to leave, Tadeusz is now on his way.
Yeah. Toe touch. Our code of professional conduct states that we look after the patients in our care. Whether they come from Buck Palace or the Park Bench, we give them all the same care. Toe touch. Toe touch.
Harry's girlfriend Paige and mum Debbie arrive at A&E.
I said to the nurse, he's not going to die, is he? And she said, I don't know, we can't tell at the moment. And I thought I was going to die right there on the spot. You know, he's 21 years of age, he's got a little baby. It's just so frightening. And no, I know he's in the best place, but it is really frightening, really frightening.
The scans show Harry's brain injury is not as serious as first thought. But it's still unclear how much medical support he needs and which ward he will be admitted to.
We're going to wake him up and fingers crossed we'll be okay.
Harry, can you open your eyes, Harry? Open your eyes wide. We'll take the tube out. Just keep taking some nice deep breaths. We'll take the tube out.
If the breathing tube stays in and he stays on the ventilator, he is classed as a level 3 patient, which means that he needs the maximum support that we can give him. And that is an intensive care unit. Whereas if he does the breathing for himself and we're not having to support his blood pressure terribly much and he's looking moderately stable, he is a level 2 patient and he goes to a high dependency unit.
Harry, can you open your eyes wide? Open your eyes wide. We'll take that tube out.
I think there's more space in the high dependency unit than there is on the intensive care unit at the moment. So I'm secretly hoping that we'll be able to wake him up and take the tube out.
Okay. Nice deep breath. Big breath in and out. Shall we just bring him up a bit? You're just waking up, Harry. You are in the hospital. You are in St. Mary's Hospital. You had a fall. Just keep taking nice big breaths.
Good. Excellent. Lunch.
Intensive care has been full all day, but there's been a development.
What's new?
I discharged one patient.
And that was a big relief?
Yeah. So we're just preparing for the next admission to come in.
Yeah, so the bed space is 90% ready. I'm just gonna bleep 16:55, you told me?
After hours of waiting, the patient who had emergency surgery can be transferred and the theatre can be used for other patients.
So anything that doesn't need to go, doesn't need to go, guys. Do you want to switch that ventilator on? I do my job because I love it, so let's take that. Things have definitely changed. The last decade has got a lot worse. And personally, that means that I work longer hours because I don't have anybody to hand over to. Right. Everybody happy? Okay, let's go. There are more days that frustrate me, more days that upset me, more days that I leave work unsatisfied, that not that I haven't done the best I can, but that I wasn't able to give the best to my patient because of the lack of resources.
Intensive care is now full, but patients continue to arrive at A&E.
A lot of times our capacity at St Mary's, we're running at 98, 99% capacity, which is extraordinary. What that means in essence is we are always running with 1 or 2 empty beds, which isn't nearly enough. It wouldn't be a problem if we never admitted more than 1 patient a day, but we do. It is what it is. People get sick, they come to hospital, we can't change that.
Yeah, I'll text you.
Moved or text or I can ring.
Don't forget the. Yeah.
No. Shall I leave that?
No. I won't have it.
No. I'm not kissing him either because I don't want to give him anything, just in case I want to keep him in tip-top condition. So bye, darling.
Bye,
Wait
see you
to
tomorrow.
hear.
Yeah.
See you then.
Aneurysm patient Peter has been waiting for 9 hours for a bed on a ward ahead of his life-saving surgery tomorrow.
I'm on my own now. I'm just waiting. When the night comes, and then it brings the sadness. Yeah. Still, hopefully tomorrow I'm going for the op, and just a little bit of luck. It'd be good to go ahead, get over and done with, and we can start the recovery.
I have some news.
You got news?
I've got some good news.
Oh.
We have a bed, not in this ward, but we'll have a bed for you in about an hour.
Yeah.
And we won't find out about an ITU bed until tomorrow. We'll do our best for you.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Thank you very much.
I shall see you later on. I'm here for another couple of hours.
Okay.
So as soon as the bed's available on Valentine Ellis ward, we'll come and let you know and walk you over.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. See you later.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Oh, so that's good news. Got a bed tonight. And so tomorrow, we just need one more good news tomorrow.
To find a date when everyone is in the hospital free and we can get all of this, it takes a tremendous amount of organising and planning. It takes a huge amount of pre-operative workup, and he has gone round and seen each one and every one of us. He's been checked out from the heart, lungs, kidneys point of view. So all in all, 6 to 8 weeks, and we're here with him waiting. Likelihood of an ITU bed? Not very high at the moment.
The final hurdle really will be tomorrow morning, because you never say never. You don't know what will happen overnight tonight.
It's the morning of Peter's operation. While the team assembles in theatre, Colin Bicknell is on the hunt for a bed for Peter. But intensive care is already full.
So what's the order of the day?
It's bed management for a couple of hours, and then we'll concentrate on the operation, I hope.
So we should be briefing at 7:30, and all come down to the ICU bed. Everything else is ready to go.
What we need from ITU is an assurance that we'll have a bed. We don't know until they've done the ward round and they have understood how well the patients have done overnight.
How frustrating is this for you? You should be in there doing the surgery, and you're running around up and down in lifts trying to just find a bed.
Yep. Trying to find a bed for your patient is a particular problem that we go through. It's because it's an acute hospital. It's because we have a major trauma centre, and we can't predict all of that.
At the morning ward round, doctors assess patients to see if they can free up beds.
Hello, good morning. My name is Magdalene. I'm a sister in St. Mary's Hospital. We have a lady who is supposed to come to you yesterday. Her name is Dorothy Jackson. There was a delay, and you asked us to call today to confirm what time she can come. Everything is ready, yep. Yes.
You look nice today.
Oh, thank you. I did try. Thank you very much. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay, Jess, thanks, love.
I want to see her get home, and I want to see her in her own clothes and doing her own things and enjoying her life and not stuck in hospital. It's not nice to stay in hospital for us this long.
All right, then. Take care. Thanks. Bye. Definitely she's on their list. So if everything is fine with the doctor and she's stable here, then they'll get a bed for her. So we are sure she will go today. I've come with good news for you. You need to go to Willesden today.
Yeah? They got space for me.
Yes, we've spoken to them.
All right.
They have a bed for you.
Well, that's it then, isn't it? I'm off your books. Yeah, that's good news.
Okay, do you want to sit up for me? Just sit, if you can sit on the side of the bed and face me.
Harry, who came into hospital yesterday after a fall, has spent the night under observation on a high dependency ward.
Very good.
He's not very well today. He's crying. Said his head was really hurting today. And we're just waiting. I'm waiting to see the doctor now to see what's happening.
Okay, so eyes wide open. Very good. That painful?
That really hurt. He wants to go home, that's what he keeps saying. He wants to go home. His Paige is 21 tomorrow. Paige is Harry's girlfriend, so he was cooking her a nice meal. And she told him all what she wanted, chicken. And now this has happened.
So if you turn your head to the left and keep it like that, and I'm going to count to 3, I'm going to tip you quickly on this shoulder.
We're now going to say that her birthday's next month, and hopefully Harry will feel better. We can all go out and celebrate.
Okay, so we'll do it together. On 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Excellent. Eyes open for me. Superficially, it looks like he's got a serious problem. And yes, he's had a head injury, and this is not a banal situation. It needs to be taken seriously. However, the clinical assessment is overall quite reassuring. And he should make a good recovery from this with the right treatment.
Harry is expected to stay in hospital for the next few days.
I've only just recovered from breaking my ankle. I've only just gone back to work.
You're joking?
Yeah, I was off work for 6 weeks. I broke my ankle. I've only been back about 3. Now I'm going to be off another 8. I fell down 2 levels. Lucky I'm not dead, really.
Fucking pulled that! When he started swearing a bit, we know he was still there. That's it.
Hello. I'm all right. I'm waiting on ITU. There is a rumour that they have step-ball down on all patients.
Hello, good morning. Is that Peter? Yes. Yes, sir. You're going to theatre now, sir, yeah? Oh, okay. I'll just put my fingers.
So it looks as if there is a possibility of an ITU bed today because there's a patient who can step down from ITU. We've got to have a full confirmation when they've started the rounds, but it's enough for us to send to the patient and start, which will save some time. And then we'll get fully confirmation when they finish the ITU ward round. Are you pleased with that? Yeah. Very.
So I won't see you now. I won't see you again.
Probably not.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, I'm coming down with you.
Oh, yeah, good.
Everyone's here, everyone's ready. And I think you might be lucky.
See you after. Okay. Hello. Morning.
Hello, Site Operations. Leslie speaking.
So, Peter, can you tell us your name?
Peter Lai,
Yeah, and your date of birth?
23rd August.
And so can you tell us what you are going to do to you today?
I'm going to have a big operation.
Hello, how are you? I'm all right, thank you. You're busy. Okay, so what have you got at the moment?
So, as you know, we're waiting for the confirmation of the ITU bed.
Yeah.
It looks very good, so we're just waiting for the last green light.
Oh, good.
So, but I'm quite
Great.
confident.
You know that you've got a booked patient, don't you? OK. All right. All right, thanks, Diana. We'll speak tomorrow. All righty. Bye-bye. Heads up from them was, we are not going to have an intensive care bed for our planned elective patient as it stands at the moment.
Does your wife know yet?
She doesn't know we're going ahead or not. So just no way I can tell her it's definitely going ahead.
This kidney will be up. I mean, it looks, if we were on psoas, we're miles away from these grafts.
So that's the left side, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so from there...
Gentlemen,
just a knuckle.
Gentlemen, listen, we've got Matt's just been talking to Maribel.
There is no bed.
What?
What do you mean there's
What? No bed. No one to transfer out. And there is no... That's a no-no, rather than no, give us some time.
So the feedback is it's a no.
There is a no.
You remember me from last
I
time?
remember you
I remember
last
your
few
name.
times.
Yep, 3 times.
Yeah, 2 times.
I know I've treated you before. And it's a shame to see you back. But how are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah?
It's good, thank you.
So, no, I know it's not your fault, but that's a definite, is it? That's all we need to know now. And there won't be any, it won't change later, and there's no one who is going to succumb to the cancer. All right, thank you, bye.
Toast.
Definitely not.
I'll just go and tell them that it's off.
I'll come with you.
Ignore that, Lynn. We haven't got you connected up to everything, so it's going to be...
Really sorry, there's no bed. Really, really sorry.
Gutted. Of course we're gutted. It's disappointing because you build yourself up, you prepare for it, we're all ready for it. It's disappointing for the patient, you have to let them down. He's going to be going home now. Can you imagine how he feels?
Really sorry. It's all right. We tried the best.
It means organising the whole process again, equipment-wise, personnel-wise. It means all the people in the clinics that are coming in a few weeks' time need to be cancelled. All the people that were going to be operating in a few weeks' time need to be shifted around. The whole thing is like a moving jigsaw, and they all get pushed a bit further along. But we have to do this man because of his large aneurysm. There's a risk of it rupturing, so we've got to get him as soon as possible.
I felt ready for it. When I was down there, okay, seeing everybody, say hello to everybody. Yeah, I'm going for it. And then, it just deflates. It's a bit unreal, isn't it? It's a bit unreal. The last minute, yes, and then no. Yeah.
So I'm still waiting.
She got everything ready and she's been told she's going, everybody knows she's going, and now we're waiting for transport.
So the problem with getting a place in the care home has been solved. But now I've got to get there. So got another problem on our hands. You don't know whether you're coming or going. I might have to stay here all night again. Like this. There's Dolly stuck in her bed with her big boo on. It's a farce, really. It could be made into a comedy.
If you work in an acute hospital, you will have cancellations from the high dependency, from the intensive care, from the theatre availability beds. It's inevitable, isn't it? Is it more frequent? I don't know. It feels real every time. It always feels like it's the worst thing in the world, and it always feels like it's happening to you. But you know, we get a lot of work done here, and we're very proud of the work we get done here. You've seen the very worst of it, I think.
Young Dorothy.
That's me, love.
I'm Dave, this is Graham. We've come to take you out.
I don't know if you'll have room for me boot, will you? Thank you, love. Thanks to you.
I'm here again. I'm ready for it. But the only thing I hope is they won't cancel it again. Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good. Back again?
Back again, yes.
In your favourite bed?
Yeah.
Whereas last time I was telling you that the ITU bed situation is really bad and there were queues of people, this time there are queues of people waiting to come out of the ITU, so I'm rather hoping we are on.
Yeah, good.
We still won't know the answer until you're down in theatre, but we'll all be down there with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the operation. It means, you know, after 8 years, I feel like I'm part of the team doing this together.
You are. We're thinking of renaming the bed and everything. He will stand no chance if it ruptures and he's at home or on holiday. And so he's got to have it done if he wants to live a long and happy life. There's no reason why he shouldn't do if we can get away with this.
It's not my journey, it's me and my wife's journey together. I can't say no, not to worry and don't worry about it. I can't do that. But what I can do is to comfort her whenever I can.
Okay, let's put the brake on before you hop on. Yeah. Take care, Peter.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
Morning, Peter.
Good morning.
You
How
have
are
good
you?
news? We're on.
We're on, yeah.
It's brilliant news. I mean, it's great because we can get going early as well, which is a real advantage.
You're going to use it now, maybe?
We're going to open up the sac where there will be some bleeding, and then we know plan A is sew off the lumbers and then close the sac. Plan B is if it's bleeding, we'll put some stitches around the top. Plan C is clamp at the top and the bottom and replace the middle bit. Good, everyone happy?
So apart from the 7 or 8 surgeons, we've got 3 anaesthetists, a perfusionist and the scrub team, which is 3 or 4 people. So it's about 14. The cost of this, just the financial cost, is enormous. And I think it's a really optimistic thing that we push on and try and get people like this sorted out, no matter how big the team and how expensive the day is.
Okay, so can we have hands on deck? And Colin, do you want to orchestrate the move?
Okie dokes. I'll attempt to take this off and then we'll... No, let's just opening it.
Can you feel it? It's just, so we've got a little way to go.
This is through the sac there, then?
Yeah, that's the sac. Just don't look at it.
My God.
If you just that, is all aneurysm, which is rising up out of the chest.
All of this.
At that point there, it looks like it's about to blow.
So you've got ready, knife to open up the sac, then lots of sucking. Ready?
Okay.
Lumbar sutures ready? Thingy, clamps ready?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Lai. Oh my gosh.
Another one.
You can't predict how these things are going to go. They're all one-offs, but that went very well.
It went as well as you can expect it to go. But of course, you know, these people are on a journey through the hospital, and it's only 50% the operation, if that. He's young though, and he's fit, and he is determined, and so is his family, and so is his wife. We've got everything crossed for him, and touch wood, I hope that he'll do it. I've known him for so long now that I'll be checking on him 9 times a day for the next 2 weeks.
Hello, darling. Yeah, you okay, hon? Yeah. Aww.
Next time, the team assembles for a life and death operation to remove a gigantic brain tumor.
We need to do this chat today. He's becoming paralyzed.
He could die. Thanks for that one.
But with waiting lists growing,
It's the 4th time I've been here.
it's taking months for some patients to see the Trust's top brain surgeon.
It's what it is, isn't it? What can you do? Nature of the beast, really, isn't it?
And doctors attempt to cure a patient's tremor with a futuristic deep brain operation.
The first time I actually saw non-invasive surgery, interestingly, was on Star Trek 30 years ago, performed by Dr. Zulu.
What choices would you make when faced with complex healthcare decisions? Visit our interactive pages to find out how you would respond. Go to bbc.co.uk/hospital and follow the links to the Open University.